this, you crazy mother. What it do, Soul Visionaries and potential Soul Visionaries out there. I am your host, Cherrard Cohen, and you are now rocking with the mobile version of the SoulVizion Powercast. You know, that place where we keep it unfiltered and raw. We talk about anything from porn to politics. We'll even talk about the things you might have heard or even saw. Hey, today, man, we got a video that, dude had a situation with his woman and her ex. So I'm gonna let the video play, then when it's done, we gonna come back and kick it, man. Check this video.
So my girlfriend, 32 female, has been very sad since she found out her ex-boyfriend is getting married. So I, 30 male, have been dating my girlfriend for about 4 months now. Everything was going great until she learned that her ex-boyfriend of 9 years was getting married. They had broken up in June last year, and we started dating in July this year. We have tons in common, and we really enjoy each other's company. Anyways, last week, one of her old friends who knew her ex informed my girlfriend that he was getting married to his new girlfriend. My girlfriend was in shock, to say the least. And when her friends left, she went on Facebook and spent almost an hour looking through his profile. Okay, he was a longtime boyfriend, so she must have been curious. But ever since that day, she's been really sad and stressed and keeps spending her time on Facebook looking through anything about her ex and his bride-to-be. When I finally asked if he was the one who got away from her, she denied it. She said something along the lines of, "I want to see what's special about her." She says she isn't pining for him, he didn't treat her well, and that even if he asked her, she wouldn't go back. In fact, he had reached out to her multiple times after breaking up, but she turned him down every time. So Reddit, my question is, if you don't love him still, then why are you so sad about his marriage? Why do you keep obsessing over his bride-to-be? What am I missing here? And then there's comments, and then there's an update. So top comments, he strung her along for 9 years and is marrying the girl he only recently met. That's probably where her sadness is coming from. Why wasn't she good enough to garner a commitment like marriage? What does this girl have that she doesn't? Not logical, but that's probably what's running through her mind. Somebody else said, yeah, especially if it's a guy who tore down her self-esteem. Somebody else said, it was a huge part of her life for 9 years, so it's understandable that she's grieving. Not that her ex so efficiently moved on. 9 years with someone means you're likely expected to spend the rest of your life together. It doesn't mean she wants back, but 1 year after a whole decade of your life, along with all hopes and emotional investment that it took, what she's going through is understandable. And Opie said, you might be right. I don't know the intricate details of their breakup, but she did say that they broke up because they couldn't agree on the future, and she mentioned to me that she does want to be married and have kids. Putting those 2 points together, the situation might have been closer to what you described. And to be honest, her ex did sound like a tool. He made 5 times her salary, but they always went 50-50 on all expenses. On our first date, I took her out to a fancy restaurant, which I wanted to visit for a long time. We had a great time, but the next day she called me and apologized and then told me that she would only be able to pay her half of the meal in installments as she didn't have that much cash at the moment. It took me a moment to understand that she was talking about the dinner last night. I told her I invited her, so it was my treat. And then she told me that her ex-boyfriend made her transfer her share every outing that they had, all throughout their relationship. It was weird, to be honest, but I didn't probe further as it was just our first date. And then an update, that was the next day. So I got a lot of advice on my last post. Thank you. Most of it was helpful, with a lot of commenters detailing their own personal and painful experiences with similar situations. It was an eye-opening experience for me, so a special thanks to those commenters. Some comments were regular Reddit advice to break up, and one of them even called me a cucumber. But all in all, making this post did really help me a lot in deciding on how to approach this with my girlfriend. So anyways, now let's get on with the actual update. After reading the comments and doing some thinking, I decided the best course of action is to talk to her. So I went to her favorite restaurant, got her favorite dish packed, and then went to her apartment. When she came out, I told her that, look, I can't understand what you're going through because I don't. It's something personal to you. And as much as I would like to help you out or share some of your grief, I respect your choice and decisions. But as your boyfriend, I do have some rights here. And I'm invoking that right. And I'm asking you to not be hungry and sad. If you want to be sad, then please be sad on a full stomach filled with your favorite food. That's all I ask. Hearing this, she became emotional. Then she said, I haven't been the best girlfriend in the world for the past week, and I apologize for that. It's just that it's been hard for me to see someone with whom I spent 9 years of my life and who gave me a lot of excuses, and now he's just disregarding his own statements. Can you imagine anyone in a 9-year relationship where the couple don't live with each other or don't go on holidays together, and they have absolutely no talk of getting engaged or marriage? Hell, he even got upset if I sent him a text while he was working. Well, me and my ex were like that. On top of that, he always used to say that marriage as an institution is archaic and he won't participate in it. Also, he looked down upon age gap relationships. Now he is marrying someone 8 years younger than him and is already living with her and gone on holidays together. That's why I've been feeling down. I don't want him back. I've already upgraded to a much higher level. She meant me. But it's just the feeling of wasting 9 years of my life, which is painful. Mm-hmm. So I gave her a hug and I told her that if she wanted a shoulder to cry on or a mouth to talk shit about her ex, I can do both. So we both shared a laugh then. And when I was leaving, she asked if she could stay with me for a few days as she doesn't want to be alone. I said, sure. So she came with me and right now she's sitting on her workstation in my bedroom while I'm making this update. She'll be staying with me the whole week. So thank you again, people. You have been an immense help.
All right. So now we have a situation where a woman was feeling a certain kind of way because her long-term ex, her ex of 9 years, is now getting married to someone else. He's done a total 180 on everything he thought about, and now he's with another person he's married, which he was totally against. She was the young lady is younger, which he was supposedly against, the whole nine. But all the while, this young woman is the young woman that's now involved in another relationship is looking back at her ex and going through his social media and this and that and the other. And I've had this conversation. I've spoken with people about this conversation, and you know, the majority of people that I spoke to was like, "What the hell is she tripping about?" You know, if dude was a tool, as they call him, if he was such a bad guy, you know, he made more money than you, made you go 50-50 on stuff. Y'all just was not compatible at all. Why you tripping? If he tried to come back to you so many damn times and you turned him away, why are you sitting here looking at his Instagram, other social media pages or whatever, trying to figure out what she has that you don't have? What she has that you don't have is him, his attention. That's what she has. His affection, his love, his everything. You didn't have it. He didn't want you like that. You know, I don't care how many years you spend with a person. Once it's over, it should just be over. I'm not gonna sit here and I don't care how many years I've been with you. I'm not jumping on your pages to follow you to see what you're doing and who you're doing it with. Because once you say it's over with and it's over with, hey, that's not time wasted. That's a valuable lesson learned. But me, if that was my lady tripping out over another dude and being depressed because he's married to somebody else, I'm gonna go. That's a major red flag to me. You can tell me all this. Oh, you know, I was just with him a long time. And no, hell no. You still want that brother. You know, and it's funny to hear women talk about how this dude is just her new boyfriend is just so understanding and this and that and the other. Like, you know what? Kudos to him. Kudos to him, because it sounds like, yo, he just wants to be in a relationship bad as hell. That's what it sounds like to me. Because if it's my woman tripping out over an ex that was supposedly the way he was towards her, and she tripping out because he's now with somebody else, you know what? That's gonna really put a major dent in our relationship, if not destroy it. Because to me, in my mind, the way I'm thinking, you still want him. You still want him. It's hurting you not to be with him. Because if it hurts you to see your ex with somebody else, those are major red flags right there. That's a major red flag. And as a man, that I don't know how you can say, you you know what, I'm gonna buy you some food. Don't be hungry and sad at the same time. She's sad about another man, bro. It ain't like he died. Nothing like that. You know? And I would still be tripping out on that. Like, hold on, that's your ex. You know? It's your ex. It's your ex for a reason. But all it sounds like is, hey, you got the nice guy. But you really wanted the bad guy. You wanted the bad guy just to treat you a little bit better. That just, for me, that just validates what I say. Hey, women love the bad guy. They'll deal with the good guy for a little while. You know, they'll deal with him. But she just wanted the bad guy to treat her a little bit. If dude came back, and to me, I think she lied. Because if dude really came back, she would have went back. All he had to do was just change a little bit. If he would have changed just a little bit, if he would have just tweaked it a little bit, tweaked his personality, he'd be smashing again. So, if it were my lady tripping like that over another dude that supposedly was her ex, hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and open the door and just let her walk out and say, yo, you can go back to him. Because I wouldn't put up with it. Fellas, tell me, what do you think? After watching that video, what would your reaction be? Would you handle it like old boy? You know, and try to become this understanding guy, which is going to garner you a lot of likes and loves and, you know, little hearts and stuff, you know, from the ladies? Or are you going to, you know, say, hey, you can just, you know, you can go chase my man down if you want to, you know, tell me what y'all think, bro. You know, I'm anxious because, you know, I know people, I know a lot of women disagree with my ideology on things, especially when it comes to detachment. I don't love you that much to where you become my ex and then I become depressed about it. I can't see that. It's not logical to me to become depressed about somebody leaving you. When they tell you I don't want you anymore, that should be enough right there. If they're not treating you right. For 9 years, he treated you so-called like shit. Y'all went 50-50 on dates. And he made 5 times as much as you did. And y'all went on. But you're wondering why he wanted to marry. Why would that even be a question in your mind? Why is he marrying her and not me? What did I? You see what I'm saying? That question alone would raise a major red flag to me. She wants to know, why is he marrying her and doing all the things for her that I wanted him to do for me instead of doing that for me? Fellas, just let me know if I'm wrong, man. If I'm wrong, man, hey man, hit me in the comment section. You know, I don't mind being, you know, I don't mind disagreements. I really don't. You know, as long as we do them in a manner that's respectful. Hey man, disagree with me, let me know, hit me up. Hey man, like, share, subscribe. But man, hit that comment section if you all agree or disagree with my take on it, or you agree or disagree, you know, with how her current dude is handling it. You know, this is 2026, we still up in the mix, and we're gonna ride.